Hi there. This is me, ChazDragoon, in the flesh. You're probably wondering what the hell is going on. Why am I on camera, showing my face to the world when I said I would never do that? Well, I'm going to be speaking to you guys, my subscribers, people who happen upon this video, and even people who probably are going to disagree and or agree with what I'm about to tell you. So, if any of you keep up with the news lately, video game or otherwise, you would probably know this already, and there probably is a couple of videos out there explaining this, but you know what? The word needs to get out. And for that point, I'm going to read off to you an article that was passed to me by Urabalt, and it reads as follows. Gamers, now is the time to stand up and be counted. For nearly 2 decades, elected officials have tried to regulate which video games we can buy, rent, and play. Every single time they've passed a law, the federal courts have struck it down as unconstitutional, but this may change this fall. The Supreme Court of the United States has agreed to hear the state of California's infamous violent video game case, Arnold Schwarzenegger versus the EMA. That means that this year, or early next, the court is going to decide whether to agree with the lower federal courts or not, that, well, if they agree on this, agreeing would mean that they would believe that video games are, in fact, and should continue to be, First Amendment protected speech, like books, movies, music, that stuff. The court disagreeing with this, however, would mean that they would think video games should be treated differently, and not protected by First Amendment speech like the books, movies, music, etc. This could also lead to new bills and laws curtailing video game access in the states across the country. If you want to go to the extremes on this, that would mean possible banning of video games nationwide. That's an extreme case. It's not possible. That might happen, but it's a high possibility if it's not protected by free speech. So it's no exaggeration to state that their hearing represents the single most important moment for us video gamers. You, me, anyone who enjoys playing video games, from Mario to Zelda to Left 4 Dead to Half-Life to God of War and just everything. From your PS3 to your Xbox 360. Everything we know and love, it hangs in the balance with this, literally. So over this summer, this site that I'm reading from will be drafting and formally submitting our amicus brief, which will be included with the other official court documents related to the case. Separately, we will also attach a petition signed by you, the American public, which, by its very existence, will publicly define who the consumers of interactive entertainment is, and why we care enough about the issue to take the time to make the effort to speak up and make our voices heard. The petition establishes by authoritative collective position, which cannot be redefined by detractors nor co-opted by others, and it enshrines each and every signature's participation in the court documents and the U.S. National Archives official records related to this case. So if you're an American gamer, you will sign this petition for the sake of great justice, and I will provide a link in my description, which you will click, read through the article, and if you really do support us and you're a gamer, and if you don't support us and you are a gamer, what the hell's wrong with you? Then go ahead, sign it. You just click on a couple things, add in some pertinent information to identify who you are, and you sign the petition. There we go. Your voice has been heard, and hopefully it will be one step closer to showing America that video games are in fact protected First Amendment speech, just like art and everything else. On the topic of video games on the topic of video games being art and such, I think the connection could be made quite clear when you see how many parallels that the video game industry has with the movie industry. They make tons of money, not a very good parallel, but it's similar. They both have high production values, cost a lot of money to make. It contains people who voice act. There's lots of art involved, from concept art, environmental art. Even the programming and coding is an art, for lack of a better term. And everything from the visual style to the music. Music is an art form. So, if anything, video games is a collaboration of artwork. art, music, drawings, voice acting, just everything. It's a collaboration of art smashed into one giant artistic thing that we can play together, or with others, or by yourself, or whatever you may like. Movies are the same kind of thing. Movies are it's a form of entertainment. Yes, its visual aesthetic is out there. It's like, what does it look like? Is it animated, live action? The CG graphics that go into it, like the Matrix, that's an art form. I mean, it goes from storyboarding to acting out the scenes to putting in music, once again, music in art form, and everything into this piece of art, as movies are called. So again, the notion that video games are not some kind of art and not protected by First Amendment speech is complete bullshit, and defies all logic of the term art. Because if you're going to say that movies are art, but video games aren't, despite the fact how many similarities are inside video games compared to movies, you're just being an ignorant idiot. So, my ranting aside, if you're a gamer, go to the link inside of my description, read the article, and sign that petition. Or else, well, video gaming as we may know it will probably cease to exist and will end up like Australia, except worse, in terms of video games being banned. That's an extreme case, like I said, but still, it's a high possibility if video games are not protected under free speech, because they're not considered an art form. Seriously. Anyways, that's your mission for today. Don't expect me to be on camera again unless something important like this happens again. In another case, for all you gamers out there, for the love of God, if you love your video games, sign this petition, tell everyone else, forward this video, make your own, give the site the link that I'll give you to the petition, to the article, give it to everyone you know of. Just get the word out, make America, Congress, everyone in the freaking world know that video games are a part of our life. It's part of First Amendment speech right. It is an art form, and it's going to stay here over... I'm going beyond myself. Sorry. Just do your duty as a gamer. It's beyond importance. I can't tell you how important this is, and if I continue to talk like this, it's going to be 50 million hours into this video. So, description, petition, click link, do so for great justice. See you later.